स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of the significance of the science of worship. So we will start from where we had left it in the last class. So we were looking at the meditation verses. So since we are now concentrating on the meditation stotra of Sri Ramakrishna, we will continue with that. We had to do the last verse, but we will chant from the first, and I will give the meaning because I have given the detailed meaning of the two verses. We will be today looking to the meaning of the last verse only, but we will chant from the beginning. Om Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpam सदसदखिलभेदातीतमेकस्वरूपम् प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यं नित्यम् आनन्दमूर्तिम् विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः. निरुपममतिसूक्ष्मं निष्प्रपञ्चं निरीहं गगनसदृशम् ईशं सर्वभूतादिवासम् त्रिगुणरहितसच्चित् ब्रह्मरूपं वरेण्यम् विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः. वितरितुम् अवतीर्णं ज्ञानभक्तिप्रशान्तिः प्रणयगलितचित्तं जीवदुःखसहिष्णुं धृतसहजसमाधिं चिन्मयं कोमलाङ्गं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं bhajamaha. Then in the last, it is the Ramakrishna Gayatri. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Devah Prachodayat. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Devah Prachodayat. Now we will take up the meaning of the last verse, that is the Vitaritum Avatirnam Gnanabhakti Prashantihi Pranayagalita Chittam Jivadukka Sahishnum Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim Chinmayang Komalangam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. Now, Vitaritum, to distribute, the meaning of Vitaritum is to distribute. Avatirnam, Avataranam is come down. Since the Lord comes down from that high state, unconditioned state to this conditioned state, so it is called descending down. The term descending gets the name avatarana. Avatarana means descending down. So arohana means ascending up. Avatarana means descending down. So here Vitaritum avatirnam. So why has he come down to our level, to the living beings like us, the ordinary people like us? Why has the Lord himself come down? He has come down among men to spread, that is vitaritum, to distribute, vitarana, distribute. What is he distributing? Now as we go during this corona period to different places where there are poor people who do not have food, and we distribute them, with so many hampers, food materials like that. The Lord, why does He come down to our level to distribute? What is He going to distribute? Jnana, Bhakti, Prashantihi. What is Jnana? It is knowledge, divine knowledge, the knowledge of our own self, Atma Jnana, who we are. That is Jnana. Bhakti, devotion, devotion to the Lord, Bhakti, and peace, eternal peace, not ordinary peace, eternal peace. That is Prashantihi. Shanti means the peace. Prashantihi means Prakarshena Rupena Shanti. Eternal, long lasting, never ending peace. So the Lord has come down, Vitaritum Avatirnam, He has come down to distribute, to spread among us, the people, the living beings. What is He going to spread or distribute? He is distributing, is giving us all Jnana, Bhakti, Prashanti, knowledge, devotion, and peace. Pranaya Galita Chittam. Pranaya Galita Chittam. So Pranaya Galita Chittam is divided into three words. Pranaya Galita Chittam. Just like we divided those words. Vitaritum Avatirnam. Two words are there. Jnana Bhakti Prashantihi. Three words. Then Pranaya Galita Chittam. Together it makes Pranaya Galita Chittam. What is the meaning of that? Pranaya Galita Chittam. The Lord, the Avatar Varishta, Sri Ramakrishna's heart is melting with love. Pranaya Galita Chittam. The Lord's heart, Sri Ramakrishna's heart is melting with love. Then, because of that immense love and compassion, Jiva Dukkha Asahishnum. Jiva Dukkha Asahishnum. Together it has become Jiva Dukkha Sahishnum. Jiva Dukkha Sahishnum. So when you break it Jiva Dukkha Asahishnum, meaning he is unable to bear the suffering of the souls. He cannot withstand. He cannot keep quiet when the children, we living beings, are so much suffering. He cannot keep quiet. He is unable to withstand that suffering of our soul. That is the reason, melting with love, the heart, his heart melting with love and compassion, and he has come down to this earth, to our level, to distribute so that he can remove our sufferings, because he cannot withstand our suffering. So he wants to remove our suffering. So by giving, by spreading, what is he going to spread amongst us? Give us, so that we can give up or destroy our sufferings. Jnana, knowledge, bhakti, devotion, and prashantihi. By distributing that, giving us, is going to remove all our sufferings. Then jiva dukkha asahishnum, is unable to bear the suffering of the souls. Then the next line of the verse is dhrita sahaja samadhim chinmayam komalangam. Dhrita sahaja samadhim. He stays spontaneously in samadhi. What is meant by samadhi? Union of this Jivatman with the Paramatman, our mind concentrating on the Lord completely without any disturbance, completely merged in Parabrahman or God, is called Samadhi. That state of yoga, highest state of yoga, highest state of concentration of the mind is Samadhi. So meditation or concentration is called Dhyana. Then it is Dharana. Then it is Samadhi, the next state. Still much concentration, more than Dhyana, meditation is Dharana. Then more than that is Samadhi, the highest concentration, merging in the Lord. So that is Samadhi. So Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim. Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim, Sahaja, natural way. Samadhi. Nothing he need not take so much of difficulty like us ordinary people to concentrate his mind, do all the difficult austerities and then go there. It is so natural to him. So Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim. He stays spontaneously in Samadhi. Chinmayang Komalangam. Consciousness embodied in a soft, tender body. Chinmayam is consciousness, complete, filled with, covered with. Chit, that is consciousness. Maya means avarana. Vyapi, sarva vyapi. Mayat pratyaya is maya, everywhere, being everywhere. So that consciousness has become the embodiment, it's covering everywhere. Chinmayam, Komalangam. So his body is so soft, tender, soft body. So consciousness is embodied in this soft, tender body of Sri Ramakrishna. It is full of consciousness. It's filled with consciousness. Chinmayam. Then Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. Vimala. Mala means impurity. Vimala means without any impurity. Blemishless, spotless, pure. The spotless. Parama, supreme. Hamsam, swan. I've explained about that swan earlier. Swan is taken as an example because swan can separate milk and water given, it takes only the milk. So likewise, the saint or the person who is a Paramahamsa, who takes only the real and gives up all that is unreal. He takes only God and God alone, nothing of this world. So that's why he's called Paramahamsa. That state of his mind is called Hamsa Avastha, Paramahamsa. So Swan Supreme, Sri Ramakrishna, Bhajamaha, we worship, we meditate, we adore. So that is the meaning of this last verse. The spotless Swan Supreme, Sri Ramakrishna, we adore. We'll chant it again. You can also repeat this last verse after me. Vitaritum avatirnam, Vitaritum avatirnam, Gnana Bhakti, Gnana Bhakti Prashantihi, Gnana Bhakti Prashantihi, Pranaya Galita Chittam, Pranaya Galita Chittam, Jiva Dukka Sahishnum, Jiva Dukka Sahishnum, Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim, Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim, Chinmayam, Chinmayam, Komalangam, Komalangam, Vimala Paramahamsam, Vimala Paramahamsam, Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha, Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. Now, lastly, we will go to the Ramakrishna Gayatri. Now, every deity has a Gayatri, just like there is in the Durga Suktam, at the last we tell the Durga Gayatri. Ganesha has a Gayatri. Katyayanaya Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgif Prachodayat. So that is the Durga Gayatri. Then we have the Ganesha Gayatri. Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dantif Prachodayat. Like that, there are Gayatri for all the deities. So this is Ramakrishna Gayatri. What is that Ramakrishna Gayatri? Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi. Gadadharaya. So there you can see Ramakrishnaya. Ramakrishnaya is that fourth case. We have known Sri Ramakrishna. So Ramakrishnasya, Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi. We have come to know about Sri Ramakrishna Gadadharaya Dhimahi. We meditate upon Gadadhara, another name of Sri Ramakrishna. Tanno Devaha. Let that God Prachodayat inspire our intellect. So that is the meaning of this Ramakrishna Gayatri. Almost all the Gayatris will be in the same pattern. So we will learn to chant that again. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi. Gadadharaya Dhimahi. Tanno Devah. Tanno Devah Prachodayat. When there is Visarga, Devaha, and Pakara, Prachodayat, Pa has come. So it becomes Afkara. Wherever there is Visarga and Pakara comes, then it becomes Af. Namah Parvati Pataye. Like that. Devah Prachodayat. Tanno Devah Prachodayat. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Devah Prachodayat. We have learned the chanting and we have also learned the meaning of the meditation verse of Sri Ramakrishna. Whichever deity we are worshipping, we have to meditate on that. We have just taken Ramakrishna's meditation. When we take up any other gods or goddesses worship, then we will take that particular meditation. Now we will go to the next part. Now we have finished the meditation process with the Kurma Mudra, taking a flower. Then we have to do this meditation. Then we have to keep this flower now. Take this flower which is in the hand in the Kurma Mudra and go to the next process that is called Manasa Puja, mental worship. So doing the worship, the whole worship what you are going to do with all the articles externally. Before that, we will nicely do that internally, knowing all the significance and with all the imagination, with power, with devotion, you can do that. Nobody will be seeing you, looking, you are going, taking the Lord within your heart, you will worship Him. That again, in the real objects and materials, then you are bringing Him out from the heart, placing Him in the altar, and then again the same worship, the same thing you will do it externally. That is external puja. So before that, we are performing the whole puja, the whole worship with that service, the 10 items, whatever you worship there within your heart. So we will see how to do that Manasa Puja, mental worship, to worship the Lord within your heart mentally. Imagine everything. You have to picturize everything. It is just like Upasana. So it is meditation, a beautiful meditation. It is not static meditation, but it is dynamic meditation. So we shall see what is this Manasa Puja. How will we perform the worship in this manner? So Manasa Puja, mental worship. So after doing this meditation, what are we supposed to do? I will tell you the ritual portion and then go to the internal portion of that. So that ritual is mentioned there on the screen. You can see the slide. So what are we to do in this Manasa Puja after the meditation? So we have the Kurma Mudra. We have taken a flower in the Kurma Mudra and meditated. So after that, after meditation, place the flower which you have in the hand on your own head. Do not place it on somebody else's head, but it has to be placed on your own head at the Sahasrara, center of your head, so that it doesn't fall. So it is a center. In a stable way, you can place it. So after meditation, place the flower which is in your hand in the Kurma Mudra. Take it out slowly and place it on your own head. You have to sit erect in the posture of meditation and placing, you know how Buddha sits, or while you are meditating, you keep your one palm, you keep on the lap, sit like this. How do you sit for meditation? You'll be knowing this is the posture. Keep your hand like this and keep that on the lap. This is the posture you keep it on the lap. So on the lap, sitting half Padmasana. So lotus pose, half, it is half done. It's not complete. Some people, if you can sit in lotus pose completely, Padmasana, it's well and good, but that you need lot of practice. So half Padmasana, very simple asana, is good. Sukhasana. So now sitting erect and placing the back of the right palm over the left palm. Perform mental worship as detailed below. So the meditation pose, back. So this is the left palm. So you have to keep the back of the right palm on the left palm like this. Then that on the lap. So sit and meditate. So sitting erect and placing the back of the right palm over the left palm, perform mental worship as detailed below. Now, how are we to perform the mental worship? This is all complete special imagination. First, imagine bhava. Imagine, it's all feelings. First, imagine an ocean of nectar, amrita, elixir, ocean of nectar in the lotus of the heart. So there are so many spaces, external space. The internal space in the heart is called Chidakasha, Chit Akasha, the consciousness, the space inside. So you are meditating there. There you have to imagine a Kamala Pushpa, a flower bloomed there. So an ocean of nectar in the lotus of the heart and a jewel island, Manidvipa, island full of jewel island, Manidvipa, in its midst, a very big Pushpa, Kamala Pushpa in your Chidakasha in the heart space. In that Kamala Pushpa in the lotus, you have to imagine an ocean of nectar. Then in the ocean of nectar, you have to imagine a island, jewel island, Manidvipa. And in that midst of that Manidvipa, then think of the Ishtadevata. Now, presently we are thinking, we are doing the worship of Ramakrishna. We have to meditate on Ramakrishna. Then think of Ishtadevata, chosen deity, that is Sri Ramakrishna. Now if you are worshipping Ganesha, it will be Ganesha. If you are worshipping Shiva, it will be Shiva. If you are worshipping Vishnu, it will be Vishnu. Narayana, you have to meditate on Narayana. If you are worshipping on Sri Ramachandra, it will be Ramachandra. If you are worshipping on Lord Krishna, it will be Krishna. If you are worshipping Divine Mother Durga, it will be Divine Mother Durga, whatever. So now we are worshipping, meditating. Now we are chosen, our chosen deity is Sri Ramakrishna. Then think of the Ishtadevata, chosen deity, shining, effulgent there on an exquisite throne. He's sitting on an exquisite throne, special. You can imagine whatever special kind of throne. It may be a peacock throne, it may be a simhasana, the lion throne, whatever. It is based purely on your imaginations, good imagination. Think of the Ishtadevata, chosen deity, shining there, effulgent on the exquisite throne and over a jeweled seat. So there is a jewel seat there under a, so that throne is placed under a kalpa vriksha, the celestial wish fulfilling tree. He is sitting under that shade of the celestial wish fulfilling tree, kalpa vriksha. Now mentally offer the heart lotus as the asana. Now you have invited the Lord, so you have to place him, make him seat on an asana. So now you give your heart lotus itself as the asana. You are offering the heart lotus itself as the asana for the deity. Then after welcoming, you have to welcome him. Swagata, when somebody comes to your house, a guest or very special person is coming to your house, then you go to the door, then you welcome him. Please come, you are most welcome. Suswagata, Swagatam, Suswagatam te. So after welcoming Swagatam and invoking the presence of the deity, Avahanam, offer prayer. Offer, we have to, when somebody comes to our house, what do? They have come walking for a long time in the streets or somewhere, so their foot has come up with dust and other thing, dirt. So to wash the feet, you give water to wash the feet. Now you can imagine, because this is Manasa Puja, you can yourself wash the feet with the water. So you can nicely wash the feet of the Lord who has come to your heart to receive your services. So what will you offer as the water? Mentally you can offer anything. So what will you offer? So mentally offer the Lord heart lotus as the asana for the deity, and then seat for the deity, then offering. After welcoming Swagatam and invoking the presence of the deity Avahanam, offer Padyam, water for washing the feet. And what is that? The nectar, the elixir, the Amruta flowing from the 1,000 petal lotus in the head. So now we are worshipping him in the Anahata Chakra, at the Chidakasha in the heart region. So we have some more chakras above. It start all the plane of existence are called chakras. The lowest one on the backbone, the Sushumna canal, is Muladhara, the seat of Kundalini. Then above that, we have explained all those things. Above that is the Vishuddha. Sorry, it's not Vishuddha, it's Swadhisthana. Then above the Swadhisthana at the navel region is the Manipura chakra. Then above the Manipura at the heart region is the Anahata chakra. Then here at the throat region it is the Vishuddha chakra. Then at the eyebrow, center of the eyebrows, the third eye position, it is the Agna chakra. Then at the top of the head, this is the top of the Sushumna canal, it is the 1,000 petal lotus, the Sahasrara. So that Sahasrara is the seat of the Guru or the Lord Parabrahma Swarupa, consciousness, Shiva, whatever you might call. So that is also called the Turiya. Turiya. That is also called Turiya. So now that 1,000 petal lotus is full of elixir, Amrita, consciousness, Amrita. Elixir will be overflowing from the Sahasrara 1,000 petal lotus. So the nectar from the 1,000 petal lotus. So that is to be offered as Padya, washing, water for washing the feet. So of the nectar flowing from the 1,000 petal lotus in the head, Sahasrara. Then offer the mind. Then you have to give Arghya. Arghya has so many connotation. So giving water to wash the hand is Arghya, and also sometimes some other tradition and school of thought, they make Arghya with the Bilvapatra, placing the Bilvapatra, and on that 3 leaves they will put, nicely anoint it with sandal paste. Then after that sandal paste they will put on the 3 leaves, on that sandal paste they will stick the akshata, the rice, and on this leaf they keep the durva akshata samayuktam, bilvapatram tataparam, shobanam shankapatrastam, grahanargyam parameshwara. That is the mantra when we are giving the argya. So now the bilvapatra, on all the 3 leaves they will anoint the gandha, sandalwood. Then upon that gandha they will keep the akshata. Then they will keep the durva grass on that. Then above that they will keep a wonderful good flower, multi-petaled flower. So that flower pushpa is kept there. So this totality is called arghya. It is indicating, the bilvapatra indicates the knowledge. Then the akshata indicates the atman. The durva is that which is holding the atman. Then the, what do you call, the flower is the mind stuff, chitta, or the qualities of our mind. So totality, it is our complete mind, our the mind stuff, chitta. Then we have the manas, samshayatmika manas. Then nishchayatmika buddhi, intelligence. Then we have the ego. So all these things constitute our mind. So offering this arghya, it also has the meaning that we are offering our whole mind, totality. This body is a dead body without the mind. So mind is everything. The subtlest part of the body is the mind. So you are offering the mind means you are offering everything to the Lord. You are surrendering yourself to the Lord. That is the idea of giving arghya. So now, what is that argya? What are you giving the argya as? That's why they are telling what you really have to give as argya is not just flower and other things, that is only symbolical. That bilvapatra, akshata and other thing is symbolical. But in reality, what is to be given is we have to give our mind. This is the real thing which we have to give. So you offer the mind as the argya. So then offer the mind as the argya, and the nectar just mentioned, which is oozing out, which is overflowing from the Sahasrara, the thousand petal lotus, the nectar, the Amrita, again that nectar which you are given for Padya. So that nectar has to be given to Achamana, mentioned as Achamaniyam. So then offer the mind as Argya and the nectar just mentioned above as Achamaniyam, water for washing the mouth, rinsing the mouth. So that is the Achamana, washing the mouth, rinsing, sipping water. We do the sipping of the water. In the beginning of the puja also we did Achamana. We told how to do Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu, Om Vishnu. Then the mantra Tad Vishnu, Om Paramam Padam, everything was chanted. How to do the touchmanam in the cupped hand, we sip water. So for that is sipping or rinsing of a mouth. So likewise for purification, likewise you have to give water for the rinsing of the mouth to the Lord. So you are giving the elixir Amrita itself for that sipping or rinsing the mouth or washing the mouth. So we are giving that water, the Amrita itself, elixir itself from the thousand petal lotus. Then offer the nectar just mentioned above as Achmaniyam, water for washing the mouth, as well as the same elixir should be given for bathing, water for bathing. So now you should not just give the elixir and keep quiet. You have to make the Lord to take it, wash the mouth, then wipe the mouth with a soft cloth, then give him a nice bath. You can imagine as if with that Amrita you are giving a nice bath to Sri Ramakrishna or the deity chosen deity. It may be Vishnu, it may be Mother Durga, it may be Krishna, it may be baby Krishna, it may be Lord Rama, it may be Subramanya, it may be Ganesha. So you can give a nice bath, beautiful bath with that elixir to the Lord. So after bathing, you have to wipe the body of the deity. So you have given a nice bath. So for that you have used the nectar of the Sahasrara, overflowing from the Sahasrara, Snaniya, that is called Snaniya, water for bathing. Then offer Akasha Tattva. Now you know that there are five elements. The first element is Akasha, ether, the matter, original matter from which the whole creation has come out. So Akasha, original matter, Akasha. So that Tattva, the principle of that Akasha, is given as the primary element or principle of Akasha as wearing cloth. In reality, we have to give that as the clothing because the Lord is infinite everywhere. So we can give only Akasha as the clothing to the Lord. So that's why we are now offering the Akasha Tattva itself in our body as the primary element or principle of Akasha is wearing cloth. Then the Kshiti Tattva. What is Kshiti? Kshiti means earth, the primary element or principle of earth as sandal paste. After giving the bath and giving the cloth, we have to give sandal paste to anoint to the body to cool down the body, or just like nowadays we use so many toiletries like what you call the moisturizer, so many other creams you use to anoint to the body to make it good, to feel the softness of the skin. For so much fragrance and other things you give the moisturizer or the cream, but in olden days the sandalwood paste was given, which has high medicinal value and also it was cooling in nature. So now what is that gandha given here? The gandha, instead of gandha, mentally in the mental worship, we have to give the principle, the primary element, the primary element or principle of earth itself, earth, gandha tattva as sandal paste. Then the chitta, the mind stuff chitta as flowers. So what are we to offer to the Lord as flowers? All the different varieties of flowers. In reality, we have to offer the mind stuff, that is our nature. We have so many things in our mind. All that mind stuff, good things, everything has to be given. So you have to collect all those good things in your mind. Otherwise, how can you offer? So the chitta, mind stuff is flowers. Then we give agarbatti or incense stick, dhupa, fragrance. What is that? The vital force, prana. We have the energy, prana, pana, vyana, udana, samana, the pancha prana. Then we have the other upa prana, kakala, kurma, and other things, all that. So the vital force itself is given as incense. The force in our body, vital force, prana itself is given as the incense, dhupa, and tejas tattva, agni. From agni, the fire, it is called the principle, primary principle of that is called tejas tattva. So that tejas tattva, the principle of tejas or luminosity as light, waving the light, arati. We have to do arati or nirajana to the Lord. We have to give that lamp as light, tejas tattva. And already mentioned nectarine or elixir or amruta again has to be given as naivedya. Then you can imagine so many special items, food items, anna or whatever, dal, and so many, whatever you have known, the best things you can imagine prepared from that amrita, and you can offer Lord, feed him, nicely feed him. Everything has to be done to the Lord there. You have to serve. You have all the freedom now and time. There is no limitation. You can go on doing it. Nobody will be there to look at you. You can nicely serve the Lord. Naivedya, food offering. While performing the above mentioned mental worship, contemplate the meaning of the following Manasa Puja mantra given in the Tantra. So in the scriptures, there is one stotra, or you have to give the mantra is there. How to do this Manasa Puja? You have to contemplate on that. So now we will chant that Manasa Puja mantra, and I will teach how to chant that. It is very, very important. If you get it by heart or if you memorize it, wherever you are, you can do that meditation with the help of that. Just feel that mantra, get it by heart or get it memorized, then you can do that for the use it for the Manasa Puja. So before that, we will go to the significance and the way we can do all these things. So we will go through that, the significance of Manasa Puja. Manasa Puja, mental worship. The Manasa Puja is a very important process of worship, very important portion. Here the Lord is worshipped entirely in our imagination and feeling, and this form of worship is free from the constraints of time, constraints of space, and constraint of any substance, vastu, which operate in external puja. If we perform this Manasa Puja with proper attitude, feeling, and devotion, then that will be very, very wonderful. It will be so nice. The worshipper can get the full benefit of this puja even by simply, suppose you are going somewhere in the vehicle, you are traveling somewhere, you are stuck up in a traffic jam for a long time, maybe hours together, you have to wait in the traffic jam. Then what will you do? Until then, you can start doing the Manasa Puja when the vehicle is stopping or somebody is driving. You are sitting there comfortably, then sit in the meditation pose and start doing the Manasa Puja. Whenever, wherever any opportunity arises, you're going in an aeroplane to long distance, you can do Manasa Puja. You need not go have a bath, that and this. You only are going traveling in a train or in a ship or in anywhere in the office. When you have time, you just close your eyes and start doing. No need of any other external things. So that's why the speciality of this Manasa Puja is there is no constraint of time, space, and substance which people operate in external puja. All that things are not there. You are so free. So if you learn to perform this Manasa Puja, it is more beneficial than the external puja. If performed with proper attitude and devotion and feelings, the worshipper gets the full benefit of the puja. Therefore, it is a necessary prelude to the external services. The idea of the total consecration and surrender, which has been intensified in the earlier stages through the nyasa and so many purification processes, is to be maintained here also with greater intensity if possible. This form of worship, mental worship or manasa puja, brings us with intimate contact with the Lord. This brings us with the intimate contact with the Lord mentally. Here is a great scope for the experience of or to exercise your imagination. We will be wildly imagining so many things. We will be imagining wild imagination. There will be no truth at all. You go on imaginating and get yourself into problem. So all that wild imagination, all the different kind of imagination, if you turn it towards in this Manasa Puja and exercise that imagination, the same thing wild imagination which was putting you into problem, make you suffer, can now liberate you to offer that turn towards God and it will liberate you. So that you can exercise. There is great scope. So this form of worship, mental worship or Manasa Puja, brings us into intimate contact with the Lord mentally. So here is a great scope for the exercising or exercise of imagination, bhava, which enables the worshippers to involve his whole mind in the puja. And the worshipper should take the full advantage of the mental worship. The attitude is to be maintained. The attitude to be maintained is that the Lord is a beloved and honored guest who has generously consented to come and accept your services. So the worshipper should offer the best of everything. No constraint. You can give the best, imagine the best and give him. You need not pay any money. You need not do the hard work. Everything is imagination. The mind can imagine anything. So the best can be given to the Lord. So outside, because of the pandemic and other things, there may be so many constraints. You can't go out, you can't purchase, you might be poor, you might not have money. So is there any poverty for this mental worship? Manasa Puja, no. Even the poorest of the poorest can, imagining, you can be the richest of the richest here in imagination. Even the most rich person cannot do puja like you in this mental worship. He may be not giving so many things. You can imagine, you can give much more thing. So there is a beautiful story. Once a king had built a very great temple, and there was the opening ceremony, consecration of that temple to Lord Shiva. So the king, the kings are very rich and they have all the money. They have bought all the priests, hundreds of priests. The consecration is done with a wonderful, all the accessories, so much of money spent, gold, diamond, everything is given, offered to the Lord. Beautiful, exquisitely beautiful carvings have been done. So many things are there in the temple, and the priests have fixed the timing for the consecration. But Lord Shiva came in the dream of the king and other priests and told, I will not be present for the consecration. You have chosen the time, a very good time, but another, a great devotee, is also consecrating another temple. So I am going there. I am not going to come to your consecration here. The king was flabbergasted. He was surprised. What is this? I've done such great arrangements, and in my kingdom, is there any another temple built like this? No, there is no temple consecration there. Nobody has built any other temple in my kingdom. But Lord Shiva is telling that he is going to the consecration there, another temple. He's not coming here. What is this? He sent everybody to find out where is the temple opening. So we can go there and change our timings. Who is that person? Greater devotee. whom the Lord is going there. He searched and searched and searched. There was no temple at all. Then finally, the spies of the king came and told, there is one saintly person who is sitting there in his house and not coming out for anything. He's meditating and meditating. He's doing that puja, Manasa puja. Then after that, when they found out he was doing Manasa puja, his Manasa puja, his mental worship was so intense. In that Manasa puja, he had built a temple more greater with exquisite carvings, better than the king's bigger one. And also, he's giving so much of upachara and puja and everything. Imagined so many things, even better than the king. Everything was mental worship. He did so realistically. It was so real. Everything became so real. He had really built a temple in his heart. And he was consecrating. So Lord Shiva went to that consecration. He didn't go to the physical consecration there of the temple. The Lord went to this mental worship consecration. So it shows that you can be more richer than the king or the emperor. So you can do, there is a chance here in the Manasa Puja for your imagination to be exercised in a beautiful way. So that attitude, the advantage of this mental worship. So the worshipper should take full advantage of this. Only thing required is imagination and feeling and bhava. That's all, nothing more. And we have all that thing. So the Lord, this attitude has to be maintained, that the Lord is the beloved and honored guest who is graciously consented to come and accept the worshipper's service, your services. The worshipper offers the best of everything without limitation and constraints of time, space, and substance which external puja necessarily imposes. So, this method given through the verse is only a guide. So, what we are now going to learn, the mantras, is only a guide, that's all. But you can go on imagining much more things, much more better things can be offered to the Lord. So, that will be very deeper meditation. There will be no, will enjoy and enjoy and enjoy the meditation. It will not be a drudgery, it will not be a monotony. You will not feel tired at all because your imagination is given full freedom. Do whatever you want in service. Imagine so many things. You can put so many buntings, you can put so many special plantain trees with the banana, this thing, fruits, and this thing full there, hundreds of banana things. You can put hundreds of buntings, decoration can be done, rangoli can be put. So, whole thing, the land can be decorated everywhere. It's all imagination. Go on, you can do better than an emperor. So, that meditation, everything is done to the Lord in the heart. So, it will make your meditation deeper and deeper, and you will enjoy, you will get so much of joy. So, this mental worship is a wonderful method, and it is given in the puja thing also. So, learning this, we shall enjoy it. Placing the flower on the head and keeping the back of the right hand on the palm of the left on the lap, do the mental worship. First, imagine an ocean of nectar in the lotus of the heart, and within it, an island. So, the Manidvipa, we are told that again, we will mention that how to do that Manasa Puja with precious stones, the Manidvipa, island of precious stones, and in the midst of that in the center of that island, the precious stone island, there is the wish fulfilling tree, Kalpavriksha. Visualize the chosen deity to be seated at the root of this wish fulfilling tree, Kalpavriksha. Then offer the lotus of the heart itself as the seat, asana. Then extending welcome him. Go and talk sweetly to the Lord and welcome him. Then offer padya for washing the feet, the water, the nectar issuing from the thousand petal lotus. Then for arghya, the mind. For achamaniya, the sipping or the rinsing the mouth, washing the mouth, the nectar, the same nectar can be given. And snaniya, bathing. And the aforementioned nectar as the can be given for snaniya also. And for the cloth, you give the akasha tattva, the principle of the sky, akasha. For the scent or the what you call the anointing the body, the sandal page, the principle of the earth can be given, gandha tattva. Flower in the form of the chitta, mind stuff, different kind of flowers you can give in the form of your good character, good nature. We will see to that in the mantra how many flowers you can give. So incense, the fragrance or the dhupa or the agarbatti in the form of the prana, the vital air, light in the form of the principle of tejas, light agni, tattva, food, naivedya, food offerings, varieties in the form of the ocean of the nectar. So that is Amrita. Now the mantra starts. I shall first chant the mantra and also make you to chant that mantra. You can see it is given there. First Om. This mental worship mantra is common for all deities. Nothing special for Ramakrishna. This is only meant for Ramakrishna, Ganesh or Shiva. Anything, any deity can be worshipped with this. It's only you have to change the name of the deity. There is not even name of the deity. It is only name of the things you are going to do there. So it is common for everything. So let us chant, learn it. It's a wonderful. You have to memorize it. You get it by heart. Then you can do meditation with this wherever you go, whenever you want. Even while sleeping, you can do it. It's only how to purify your mind, and you can do that even while going to sleep also. In the night while going before sleeping, you can do that Manasa Puja and go to sleep. So while traveling, you can do that. Even while daytime, if you want to, instead of daydreaming, you enjoy, because most of us are very happy to do the daydreaming. So in the daydreaming also you can do. If you do that, then your concentration increases, your spirituality increases, and you will become wonderful. So let us learn this. Om, repeat it. Om Hrit Padmasanam Dadyat. Hrit Padmasanam Dadyat. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Again, Om Hrit Padmasanam. Hrit Padmamasanam. Hrit Padmamasanam. Om Hrit Padmamasanam Dadyat. Om Hrit Padmamasanam Dadyat. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Padyam Charanayor Dadyat. Padyam Charanayor Dadyat. Manastvargyam Nivedayet. Manastvargyam Nivedayet. Tenamritena Achamaniyam. Tenamritena Achamaniyam. Snaniyam. Snaniyam. Tena cha smritam. Tena cha smritam. Akashatattvam vastram syat. Akashatattvam vastram syat. Gandha syat gandhatatvakam. Gandha syat gandhatatvakam. We will stop the learning of this Manasa Puja today. We will repeat this mantra itself again. We will revise it now itself, and we will go to the next other portion of the stotra or the mantra in our next class. Maybe because of Navaratri, we may not be having the puja class or the significance or the science of worship next week, next Monday, because Navaratri is fast approaching. Navaratri will be there. Navaratri program will be there. So because of the Navaratri program, we can't be doing this class. Maybe after the Navaratri, then we will announce it and start the puja class again. So until then, we will not have the puja class. After the Navaratri is over, the Vijayadashmi, after that we are going to think of the puja class, the science of worship again. So today we will chant this mantra again and stop the class today. Om Hrit Padmamasanam. Om Hrit Padmamasanam Dadyat. Hrit Padmamasanam Dadyat. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Sahasrarachyutamritaihi. Padyam Charanayor Dadyat. Padyam Charanayor Dadyat. Manastvargyam निवेदयेत् मनस्त्वर्घ्यं निवेदयेत् तेनामृतेनाचमनीयं स्नानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धः स्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकम्. So thank you. Namaste. We will stop. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.